Greetings and welcome to another edition of Channel 2 Headline News Update. I am George Gonzalez. Thank you for joining us. This weekend, agents of the Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit led a series of operations that resulted in multiple arrests, including the capture of a man that Canoe accuses of having been the owner of a boat that was subject to a raid in 2018 that uncovered a massive quantity of cocaine and marijuana. On Friday morning, 44-year-old fisherman Farouk Bash, also known as Dive and Shoot of Monrepo, East Coast Demerara, was arrested by police in C Division before being turned over to Canoe. In 2018, Bash was accused of being the captain of a vessel that was carrying over 200 pounds of cocaine and 123 pounds of cannabis. This was followed by a successful raid on Saturday, this time in Pukuri, formerly known as St. Cuthbert's Mission on the Soosdijk-Linden Highway. The drug eradication operation unearthed 15.4 kilograms of dried cannabis plants and approximately 1,500 live plants. Agents reportedly arrested a man on the site before destroying the cultivation. However, Canoe was not alone this weekend with their successful eradication exercises. Police in Berbice have continued their ongoing cannabis eradication, this time finding and destroying over $100 million worth of the illegal plants along several farms in the Berbice River. Here's Bibi Bacchus with that story.
On Friday, ranks of the Guyana Police Force conducted a drug eradication operation at Corentyne, Upper Demerara River. The team found a 4-acre cannabis cultivation with 18,000 plants, a substantial quantity of dried cannabis, 5 spent cartridges, and a makeshift camp. No arrests were made. And on Saturday, ranks raided 4 ganja farms along the Berbice River. At Bartico Village, officers located a camp with approximately 20,000 plants, which, according to police, had a street value of $47,500,000. 30 cultivated cannabis plants with a street value of $4,075,000 were found on an acre of land at Default Village. And at Jetroy Village, 2 farms were located. Both fields had approximately 25,000 plants with an estimated street value of $83,400,000. No arrests were made at any of the camps. The police documented the location of the camps and destroyed them along with the cannabis. For Headline News Update, Bibi Bacchus.
Thanks, Bibi. The CARICOM Observer Team has defended the results of the national recount. In a report that was presented to the Elections Commission, the team said that notwithstanding certain irregularities, there is not enough evidence in their opinion to prove that the elections and the subsequent recounts was not free and fair. It said, quote, "Despite our concerns, nothing that we witnessed warrants a challenge to the inescapable conclusion that the recount results are acceptable and should constitute the basis of the declaration of the results of the March 2, 2020 elections. Any aggrieved political party has been afforded the right to seek redress before the courts in the form of an elections petition." End quote. This take is actually in direct contradiction to the opinion of the APNU AFC, who contend that nearly half of the ballot boxes counted in the elections contain some number of suspected fraudulent votes. Stick around. Coming up after the break, accident involving police constable kills a laborer in Corentyne, and 105-year-old female resident of the Palms recovers from COVID-19.
Smart Minds Educational Institute, offering preschool, nursery, and primary levels. Finally, a school that is every parent's dream. Located at 69 Crow Street, offering academic excellence, trained qualified teachers, small class sizes, personalized gear, and one-to-one attention for your little ones. At Smart Minds, register for full-time or evening classes, daily practice pass exam papers for proficiency at the grade 2, 4, and 6 assessment, and CXE exam preparedness. Or join our Becca Phonics reading and writing program. So if your child is for preschool, nursery, or primary level, come to Smart Mind, located at 69 Street, or call 231-4885 or 600-9229 to enroll now.
Hurry down to Zasco on 15 North Road between Camp and Wellington Streets. Quality products at low cost for every room in your home. 65 and 55 inches high-stand 4K smart TVs. Samsung French door fridges. Black & Decker appliances, queen and king size Canadian-made mattresses. German-made pressure pots in 5 to 9 liters. 12-piece pot sets, knife sets, cutlery sets and pans, commercial fans. Samsung smart stoves, Canadian-made 3-piece recliner sofa sets, air fryers, and Hamilton Beach hot and cold water dispenser.
Oh gosh, what's this? Me son can't read or spell. Stop! 0 out of 20. Is what I gonna do here?
Hi guys, my name is Ms. Berbice and I'm the senior teacher at the Treasure After School program. Due to the spread of the coronavirus and the need for social distancing, we have moved our in-class learning activities to online via Skype. On the online side, we will be focusing on spelling, phonics, reading, and the National Grade 6 assessments. For more information, you can inbox us or call us.
Contact us on 675-4379.
I can call them now.
Hidden Treasures, discovering gems in young minds.
Welcome back. This weekend, at least 2 major accidents involving police officers occurred. On Friday morning, a driver in Essequibo was arrested after a failed attempt to overtake reportedly caused his car to collide with a police vehicle, which was reportedly transporting prisoners. The accident reportedly occurred on the Affiance Public Road, Essequibo Coast. According to reports, the police vehicle was heading to Supanam with its siren on at the time. The impact sent the police vehicle straight into a parked trailer at the side of the road. There are no reports of serious injuries. However, in this report, Esther Silvers tells us that another accident involving a police constable actually resulted in the death of a pedal cyclist in Corentyne.
A Corentyne man lost his life on Sunday afternoon after a police constable crashed into him on the number 63 public road. The dead man has been identified as 47-year-old laborer Machal Ramdani of number 62 village. The accident occurred at approximately 16:30 hours. The officer who was involved in the accident has been identified as 30-year-old Constable Navindra Johan. According to police reports, the two were proceeding along the road with Ramdani ahead on a bicycle. He then attempted to make a turn which brought him into the path of Johan's motorcycle. The two men were rushed to the Skeldon Hospital where Ramdani was pronounced dead on arrival, whilst Johan was transferred to the New Amsterdam Hospital and is listed in a serious condition. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Silvers.
Thanks, Esther. On Sunday, the Ministry of Social Protection announced that a 105-year-old female resident of the Palms Geriatric Home has made a full recovery from COVID-19. She was among the group of residents who tested positive for the virus last month. The residents were subsequently warded in the home's recently built isolation ward. Additionally, doctors and nurses are now stationed at the home to support the facility's staff. In total, 4 residents have made full recoveries. This brings the total number of recoveries in Guyana to 99, with 48 persons in institutional isolation and another 22 in institutional quarantine. Don't go away. Coming up after the break, earthquake strikes Jamaica, and South Korea on high alert after threat from sister of North Korean leader.
Smart Minds Educational Institute, offering preschool, nursery, and primary levels. Finally, a school that is every parent's dream. Located at 69 Crow Street, offering academic excellence, trained qualified teachers, small class sizes, personalized gear, and one-to-one attention for your little ones. At Smart Minds, register for full-time or evening classes, daily practice pass exam papers for proficiency at the grade 2, 4, and 6 assessment, and CXE exam preparedness, or join our Becca Phonics reading and writing program. So if your child is for preschool, nursery, or primary level, come to Smart Mind, located at 69 Street, or call 231-4885 or 600-9229 to enroll now.
Hurry down to Zasco on 15 North Road between Camp and Wellington Streets. Quality products at low cost for every room in your home. 65 and 55 inches high-stand 4K smart TVs. Samsung French door fridges. Black & Decker appliances, queen and king size Canadian-made mattresses. German-made pressure pots in 5 to 9 liters. 12-piece pot sets, knife sets, cutlery sets and pans, commercial fans. Samsung smart stoves. Canadian-made 3-piece recliner sofa sets. Air fryers and Hamilton Beach hot and cold water dispenser.
Oh gosh, what's this? Me son can't read or spell. Stop! 0 out of 20. Is why I could do here?
Hi guys, my name is Berbice River and I'm the senior teacher at the Literature After School program. Due to the spread of the coronavirus and the need for social distancing, we have moved our in-class learning activities to online via Skype. On the online side, we will be focusing on spelling, phonics, reading, and the National Grade 6 assessments. For more information, you can inbox us or call us.
Contact us on 675-4379.
I can call them now.
Hidden Treasures, discovering gems in young minds.
Welcome back. Now we take a look at news in the region and around the world. An earthquake with a magnitude of 4.0 was felt in sections of Jamaica early Sunday. According to the United States Geological Survey, the earthquake was recorded 8 kilometers to the north-northwest of Buff Bay in the eastern parish of Portland. There have been no reports of damage or injuries. Thousands of protesters in Brazil have marched in Sao Paulo to denounce the government's handling of the coronavirus pandemic. A smaller counter-rally was held in the capital, Brasilia, by supporters of President Jair Bolsonaro, who continues to downplay the outbreak. Al Jazeera's Teresa Bow reports.
Get out Bolsonaro, chanted these people in Avenida Paulista, in Brazil's financial capital, Sao Paulo. Aline Ravena was one of the thousands who felt it was necessary to be on the streets on Sunday.
I'm here because thousands of people are dying of coronavirus and the government doesn't care about it. This is a genocide. The government is mocking the working class and the police are killing our families and communities. Black people can't live in peace in this country. We are afraid to die because of our color.
Brazil has become the epicenter of COVID-19 in South America. More than 40,000 people have lost their lives. Many blame President Jair Bolsonaro's handling of the crisis as he opposed imposing a lockdown to preserve the economy and disregarded the virus as a little flu. His supporters have also been taken to the streets to defend the president.
But I think it's an epidemic. It's killing people, but it's not that much. I don't think the coronavirus by itself kills that much. I think the most part of people that die by it has another kind of disease.
But in this hospital in Sao Paulo, many do not agree. Luisa Silva is 41 and is recovering from COVID-19. She has been in touch with her family on a video call.
Take it seriously because this is not a little flu, as some said. I couldn't breathe and I know how bad it is. I thought I was going to die. It's awful. Stay home if you can, and if you need to go out, take all necessary precautions because it's not easy.
For survivors like Wagner Amancio, who is 50 years old, COVID-19 was a life-changing experience.
I am very grateful for life. My life changed. I'm grateful to God, to my brother-in-law who saved me, to my wife, my sister, and everyone. My life started over because the doctor said I was going to die. And today I'm here, thank God. I thank everyone here.
Brazil is struggling with the spread of COVID-19. And as the death toll continues to rise, there's widespread discontent over the president's response. Teresa Bo, Al Jazeera.
And internationally, South Korea has held an urgent security meeting after the sister of North Korea's leader threatened military action. Al Jazeera's Alexi O'Brien reports.
Under cover of darkness, North Korean defectors sent aid and propaganda over the border. They're fighting against Kim Jong-un's ideology and sending food and medicine to some of the 10 million people the UN says are going hungry. The cross-border messages provoking an angry response from Pyongyang. Kim Yo-jong, sister of North Korea's leader, suggesting there'll be no more handshakes and smiles with South Korea's President Moon Jae-in. Instead, she's threatening military action if the South doesn't stop the defectors' campaigns. She told state media, "I believe our army will determine something for cooling down our people's resentment and surely carry it out." Kim Jong-un's sister is also an influential aide in his inner circle. She was at his side during talks with South Korea's President Moon, and later when he met US President Donald Trump in their summit in Singapore 2 years ago. Analysts say it's the North's frustration with the US over those stalled denuclearization talks that's behind the escalating rhetoric.
There's no doubt that Pyongyang feels a profound sense of impatience at its failure to get any relaxation of international sanctions. The route to Washington at the moment is going through Seoul, and that's why I think we're seeing so much pressure on the Moon administration. But I think that's a misread. It's a misread of the American position, and I don't think it will immediately produce the results that the North Koreans are hoping for.
The North has cut off all communication with the South for the first time in 2 years, warning it of a regretful, painful time if it fails to control the defectors. In an effort to smooth relations, South Korea has tried to discourage the activists, taking legal action against them and saying earlier this week,
"We will continue to abide by all agreements between South and North Korea to maintain peace on the Korean peninsula and prevent incidental military conflicts."
But it hasn't stopped the outbursts from the North, with choreographed protests against defectors Kim Yo-jong's described as human scum. The activists, though, are refusing to back down and say their campaign against the North will continue. Alexia O'Brien, Al Jazeera.
That's all for today's regional and international news. Here is your 3-day weather forecast. That's all for this edition of Headline News Update. Tune in Wednesday at 7 p.m. for another episode. Be sure to subscribe, like, and follow us on Facebook and YouTube. Also visit our website at headlinenewsguyana.com for all the news we couldn't fit in the newscast. Until then, take care.